You might just like to start in a seated position, as always, just spine long. So you might take your hips a little higher than knees. You can sit in a chair if you like. When we do the leg massage, it's easier to be on the floor, but head and neck, definitely fine to be on a chair. Take a moment, as always, to just allow yourself to be here. You might close down the eyes. You might start just by being grateful for your decision to practice today. Just the decision to learn about ourselves, ignore the world, ignore the chaos of all the things we can't control. Just bring our attention inwards. You might start to notice rhythm of the breath, whether it's high in the chest or deep in the belly. Whether the breath feels fast or slow. Without trying to change it, just bring your attention to it. You might like to scan through the body, just notice any points of tension or tightness. Just notice where they might be, left hip or right shoulder, neck. Scan through the body, any points of knots or things that don't feel exactly as they should. All right, let's take our hands by the side of the body. Take a breath, lift wide and high. At the top of the breath, sigh out. Palms come down. And then wait for the next breath to come, lift up again. All right, we're going to start today by just bringing our hands to certain acupressure points on our head and just noticing how we feel. We're going to start with a breath exercise called Nadi Shodhana. This is a yogic pranayama. And we just bring two fingers to the center of the middle of our eyebrows. This is usually known as our third eye point, our ajna. Just take a moment to allow crown of the head to lift up so the neck is long, chin might tuck in a little. You might like to support your elbow with the opposite hand. Sometimes helps to keep you tall and straight. Just bring all your awareness underneath the tips of the fingers. Might press in here. So all day our nostrils change dominance. So some part of the day our left nostril is dominant, other parts of the day our right nostril is dominant. And apparently this connects with the hemispheres of our brain. So when our left nostril feels a little more open, our right brain is more active, our creative side. And when our right nostril is a little more open, our left brain is dominant. This is our more analytical, mathematical side. And this dominance changes throughout the day. So you might just like to breathe in and out. Maybe notice which feels a little more open. And if you don't notice, that's okay. We're going to start closing one side off. So we'll use our fingers and our thumb to do this. Let's start by closing off the right side of our nostril with our thumb. And just breathe in through the left. Pause the breath and then put the fingers into the left nostril, close it off, sigh out through the right nostril. Let's inhale through the right nostril. And then we'll close it off with the thumb and exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left. Close it off, pause the breath, and then when you're ready, sigh out through the right. Inhaling through the right. Pause the breath, close off the right, and then exhale through the left. So just keep this pattern going. You might have more of a sense now for which side is more dominant. We use this breath to help bring us into balance. Right, remember our yin and yang chapter of the Tao. When people describe some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people describe some things as good, it makes other things bad. Difficult creates easy. Long defines short. High defines low. Before and after follow each other. Therefore, the master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Things arrive and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. When her work is done, she forgets it. That's why it lasts forever. At the end of your next breath, just keep your fingers where they are. Allow both nostrils to open. If you're supporting your elbow, you might bring the hand down. Take another moment to just bring all your attention underneath the fingers. Take one more breath. And then we might take our hand down, open our eyes if they're closed. Just notice how you feel. We might bring both hands to the side of our head now. This is a spot on our gallbladder meridian. Just find that sort of indent in the side of your head, just out to the side of your eyebrows. Might take some small circles here. Either direction. Let's bring our thumb down to the very edge of our jaw, the edge of our TMJ, our temporomandibular joint. And we're just going to press in with our thumb and just push down the side of the jaw. You might like to open the mouth as you do this. And then we'll bring our fingers down. We're going to tap along the jaw. And again, just open the jaw if you feel like it's helping release any tension. Tend to hold a lot of tension. We might grind our teeth at night. We might absentmindedly lock our jaw when we hold our breath. Okay, let's bring the tapping now up to top of our head. Just explore the whole crown of the head. And you might like to shampoo through a little, scratching, pressing into. And if you like, you can comb through. Unless you spend a lot of time on your hairstyle today, of course. All right. Let's bring our hands to back of our neck, that favorite acupressure point of mine, the gallbladder number 20, the Feng Shi point. Press under the bones. There's two big bones called our occiput bones. Find them. Press underneath. You might feel the neck get a little longer. Chin tuck in a little deeper. And just pressing into the side of the neck and underneath those bones. And if you'd like to go deeper, you might like to interlace the fingers. Take the heel of the palm just like a clamp and draw it into the side of the neck. This is our scalene muscles, the start of our trapezius that runs along the top of our shoulder. So just explore along there, and again, just pushing in and up. And we'll take the hands down. All right, let's roll the shoulders, both directions. And we're going to go a little deeper into the side of our neck. Today, we're going to cup our chin and just take it over to the side. And take yourself gently here. Don't want to be wrenching or pulling across. Find the thumb, the flat part of your thumb, and we're going to press upwards towards that Feng Shi point. So we're exploring the side of our neck. Slowly pressing in and up. As always, with all these self-massage techniques, just notice how your body feels from side to side. See if you can move with your breath, just exploring our body. What can we learn about ourselves where we might be holding tension? It might be from how we sit, might be from the activities we do during the day, things we're lifting or holding. Quite often this kind of neck pain or shoulder issues is just to do with our posture, how we sit when we're looking at a computer or a phone, how we sit when we're driving our car. Let's take the chin back. You might feel a little bit lopsided for a moment, so just roll the shoulders again. Tuck the chin back as much as you can. And we're going to turn the chin to the opposite shoulder. And just the same on the other side. Just explore pressing into the side of the neck and up towards that Feng Shi point. You might explore a little bit underneath where your earlobe is. And if you find any little knots of pressure, just hold that spot for a moment before you move on. This just helps flush a bit more energy, chi, blood back through that point. Just remind yourself, every cell in my body is hungry for new oxygen, hungry for energy. Energy is life. When we have no more energy, it's not a good sign. So just invite it in, invite that sense of movement and flow. All right, let's take our chin back to the center. You might like to roll the shoulders one more time. This time we're going to take our ear down to the shoulder. Just take a breath in first. Sigh it out. Roll the chin in. Come up to the center. Just take some circles. And we'll meet back in the center, this time right or left ear to left shoulder. Meeting back in the center. Let's do a big shrug and let it go. One more shrug. Sigh it out. Let's wrap our right arm under our left, draw the palms together. We're going to lift our hands high. Take a breath here. And then we'll draw that left arm into the body. Just pull it in with the opposite arm. Take another breath. And then let it go. This time left elbow under the right. Palms together, lifting up. Elbows as high as you can. Feel the shoulders spreading apart. And we'll draw our right shoulder in. And let it go. Let's take some cat cows. We'll curl the chin in, take the elbows and arms in, loose fists. Big breath in. And as we sigh out, open out. Inhale, curl everything in. And let it go. Keep going in your own breath. One more time. And opening out. Let's take our hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, draw the palms together, shoulders towards each other. Take your hands as low as you can. So the neck is long, crown of the head lifting up. Draw the palms right in tight if you can. And we'll let it go. All right, hopefully neck, shoulders feeling a little easier. We'll just do one more. We're going to take our hand across to the top of the opposite shoulder and just explore along the top of your shoulder blade. We're going to find a spot about halfway along and just hold it there. You might press in. If it feels a little tender, that's probably a good sign you found the right spot. And this is our gallbladder 21 point. Once we find that spot, just hold it, take a breath. And we're going to start moving our opposite arm. We might swing it forward and take it behind. And then we might lift it out and swing it across. Just explore all the muscles attaching to your shoulder. Maybe taking the arm above the head. And you might then like to move this hand, just explore that trapezius muscle. Move it along towards the shoulder blade. Just stopping when you hit that point where the shoulder joint and your clavicle meet, collarbone. And you might like to shake out the arm a little bit, or maybe roll the wrist, get a little creative. And let's switch around to the other side. So feel that top of the shoulder, explore along the top. Find that spot about halfway along, and then just hold it, take a breath. And then we'll start to move the opposite arm. If something feels a little tight or not quite right, just notice it. Every time our body sends us a message of discomfort, it's just telling us we might need to change a behavior that we have. Just bring a little more awareness to our actions. Every bit of discomfort, just a message. We can ignore it if we like, or we can start to notice, maybe form small intentions, change the way we sit, change the way we might do certain behaviors, might be which lead we hold the dog, which hand we have the dog lead in, or which arm we carry the shopping with, or carry a child, whatever things we do during the day that create stress on one side of our body. All right, let's roll the shoulders. And we've been sitting for a while, so we're going to just come onto all fours. And you might like to just spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes in at the back, and just roll through the shoulders, roll through the hips. Again, just exploring, free up the movement, shift your weight from side to side. You might like to take the tailbone down and walk the hands forward. You might like to lift the tailbone up, drop the shoulders down. You might like to sweep the hands behind, drop the head, neck, and shoulders down. And you might walk the hands forward, tailbone rising up, press through the heels. Just let the head be heavy. Every time we bring our head below our heart, tends to allow our nervous system to change into that rest and digest mode. Our body's way of repairing, of healing. Whenever you need to, drop the knees back down. And let's take a moment to roll the shoulders again. All right, let's come back onto the ground. We're going to do a little bit of leg massage as well, because it's a Friday and you know you need to. Let's bring our feet towards each other. We're going to find our kidney 1 point, the Yongchen point. And we do that just by taking our thumb underneath the ball of the foot and just press in here with the flat part of the thumb. And then you might like to work along the inside under arch of the foot. So this is tracing the kidney meridian in the body. When kidney is out of balance, we tend to feel fear and anxiety, lack willpower, lack creativity. And when we bring our water element into balance, we have some willpower, we start to move, we start to flow, we become creative, we have ideas. And you might like to just wrap your hands around and just roll from side to side. Be as playful as you can be. Just allowing our lower body to connect with the earth. Maybe moving a bit of our energy away from busyness in our mind. All right. We're going to massage up our legs. So tracing the rest of our leg, both sides. So we're going to start with our hands in this kind of diamond shape. Fingers at either side of the shin bone and thumbs are at the back of the calves. So just press from just above your ankle. At the start, you might just think, gee, it would be so much nicer if someone else was giving me this massage. But hey, we're in lockdown. There's limited masseuse options. So let's see how you go. Very interesting to learn where the energy might sit in your body, where your energy might get a little stuck. And so often we can look for fixes, for cures or medication, sometimes even surgery, when maybe we just need to get to know our own body, bring more awareness into our everyday unconscious behaviors. All right, let's switch so that instead of the fingers being on top, the thumbs are on top. We're going to bring them either side of our femur bone, the big long bone that goes down the front of our leg, longest bone in our body. And then the fingers curl underneath and they're coming into the back of the leg. You can press quite strongly in here as you do this. Just notice what happens when we move our energy back up our body towards our kidneys. So our kidneys pump 190 liters of blood through our body every day, helping us filter out toxins and waste, things we don't need from the fluids in our body. You might remember we're 70% water. I think our brain might even have 80%, even more. All right. And let's just lift up that leg. We'll roll through the ankle joint. And then we're going to come over to the other side. So let's start where we were before. So fingers on top, either side of the shin bone, thumbs in that kind of mango-shaped calf muscle that we have at the back of the leg. Just pressing in. Energy moving up the body. Back from our feet, our hands, back towards the organs that need the new oxygen, need the blood flow, need the energy. Of course, our feet and our hands are the farthest away point from the organs. And again, we turn the hands over, thumbs on the top. And on this side, again, let's just lift the foot, roll the ankle. And we're going to bring a bit of energy to our hips and glutes as well, lifting a knee and foot and just opening through the side. We'll place this leg down, bring the foot into the side of the thigh. Just shift your weight so you can bring your shoulder over your elbow, and we're going to roll. So thumb or hand pushes down, and then we roll until it comes up. And just move the energy up the inside line of the leg, so we're still on our kidney meridian. And moving that energy up the body. All right, let's switch to the other side. Extend that leg out, pick up your opposite foot and knee, open through the hips. And when you feel ready, just bring that foot into the thigh. Might pull a bit of flesh away from sit bones. Shift your weight. You want that shoulder right over the elbow. And when you're ready, just start that same movement. Body weight here. We're not pressing in too deeply with our arm, but we're allowing our weight to come over the elbow. When you're ready, we're going to take our knees up. Just rock them from side to side. Hands can come behind the body. You might just notice a different sense of feeling in your legs. Let's extend the feet out flat, or the legs flat to the ground. And then we're going to take a breath as we grow as tall as we can, and then sigh out. Just walk the hands around to the side. Come back to the center, take another breath, walk the hands around. Try not to bring any tension into your neck. Just keep your neck in line with the body. Allowing the spine to twist. Maybe one more time each side. All right, one more. We're going to come back onto our elbows and just create those little mountains of knuckle and just roll it underneath side of your butt cheek, just the fleshy part, and just roll your body over the knuckle. Just hold it here. Take a breath. And when you're ready, we're going to lift the right foot and just start exploring, just like we did with our arm and shoulder before. Just explore all the movements. Shoulder and hip joints are both ball and socket joints, which pretty much just means they can move in every different direction. So just explore where the tension might be. If you find a spot that feels a little tender, just maybe become still again. Sink the body into it. Just allow the discomfort to be there, knowing that new energy will flush through this part of the body. This is just our electrical energy, little piezoelectric currents of good electrical energy flowing back through our body, through our fascia, our connective tissue. And when you're ready, that foot can come down. And we'll just take that hand out, support the body, and we'll find our little knuckle mountain on the other side. Roll it under the body. Just allow it to be heavy for a moment. Take another breath. And when you're ready, let's start to move that leg. Maybe you notice this side feels a little different to the other, a little tighter, maybe a little more free. All right, and when you're ready, let's just drop the knees down side to side again. You might like to come down all the way and just hug the knees into the chest, maybe rocking from side to side. And you might like to reach in between the legs, maybe take a hold of your feet or your shins, drawing the feet in closer. And let's bring the knees back. We're going to extend our arms wide. Keep the knees high, draw them in together, pulling in towards each other. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, we're going to drop the knees down to the side. Inhale to roll back. Exhale, twist to the other side. And just keep moving with your breath from side to side. You might like to turn your neck and look the opposite way to the knees. Take your time. Just allow your body to slowly open and soften. And the next time you come down, you might just like to just stay on the side, bring your palms to meet each other. And just take a moment here, just take a breath. When you're ready, press yourself under the shoulders, slowly come up to stand or to sit. And as you come back to sit, just notice how the body might be feeling, neck, shoulders, legs, hips. Just from half an hour of bringing our attention inwards into our body, into our breath. Maybe a little more calm, a little more ease into the body. Let's draw our hands together. Just create last little bit of heat. And you might like to bring them up to the face. Let's bring our palms together, this gesture of humility and gratitude, and thanks for sharing practice each day.